Bleh. Morning, everybody. My name's Soul. Welcome back to the Daily Peak. That's too bright. Hi. I am vibing. Hold on. I am filling out an event application. Date and time of the fuck. What's the calendar? This is for Friday, 4 p.m. EST on the 27th. Heyo. I'm doing an event application because I am vibing. They probably don't want me to put my display name in there, actually. Submit. Grading ticket channel. Open RA window 2. I'm going to be going through these event management tickets later because I am an events coordinator still, and I'm very excited to have events coordination to do. I don't know why I said it so fruity, but yeah, after this I will be filling out all the stuff proper. Also, I got invited to the Deadlock playtest. Apparently, Ryzie invited me to it, like a while ago. Not like a while ago, like within the last month. So that's cool as hell. I have hit the start game button, but I need to take my meds first. Oh god. I'm gonna crack open a Lost and Found Energy Blue Rush flavor because it was so goddamn cheap. And blech. That's my meds. Gonna take my vitamins. And then I have event coordinator stuff to do for the Resonance Archive thing. If anyone else wants to turn up to the Resonance Archive event on Shadow Realms, make sure you fill out an application. I will be putting them in the events coordination spreadsheet as they come in. for most of the day, right up until at like 5-ish, I think. I have I'm going to an event. I'm going to an event, you guys. A local game store is hosting a one shot of that Welcome to Night Vale tabletop game that was released a little while ago. So yeah. So I'm going to that. All right, I've taken my meds. I've taken my vitamins. My sibling was like, "Hey, a friend of mine is doing this thing," and I was like, "Okay, where's the sign up?" Because they were beating around the bush too much for my fucking hyperfixation. Heart emoji. Love having tabletop game special interest. I need to be looking out for these local events more, honestly. I'm really bad at, like, keeping my finger on the pulse of anything local. Tastes old. Except for, the Blue Rush isn't being produced anymore. That's the reason why it was so cheap. They did a big price reduction, because they are trying to get rid of their existing stock to make, room for whatever's coming next. They're doing, like, a new blue flavor, definitely. I just don't know what it is. So yeah, noticeably tastes old. The can is a little damaged because we're hitting like the end of the stock. So, you know. But they're like $17 a case and they've been that price for a couple months now. Like either they overstocked a lot or they are barely getting people to take these things even with them being so cheap. And it's like Blue Rush tastes fine, but they kind of only taste fine, you know? They are not a particularly notable flavor. I get why they would be getting pulled, especially given they've had a lot of success with their newer ones. And they're like going back over the old product line and being like, okay, well, people really ain't buying these, huh? I don't know. I've also got Glacier Freeze behind me, or whatever the fuck it's called. And that is another one that's not sticking around necessarily. I don't know if they've removed it from the lineup yet, but they are selling it at $19 a pack, which is only $2 more expensive than they're selling Blue Rush for. And Blue Rush is priced at, "We're so close to the end of the stock, please just take it." Like, they're selling Blue Rush at cost. Ooh. Rescue Claw. You'll love to see it. Damn. You love, you really love to see a couple of rescue claws hanging out. Two rescue claws doing gay shit. Yeah, I'm excited for this tabletop game event. Turning up for a one shot sounds cool as hell. I'm gonna be doing some event coordination stuff for the Shadow Realms server because they need this application information to be copy pasted into a spreadsheet. They're only taking 15 people per run, so it is first come, first served. And when we hit capacity, I will be, like, letting people know. Because I'm turning up to the second Resonance Archives run of the first day. And I'm going to be turning up kind of for the love of the game on the second day for the second run. Mostly just like, yeah. And I'm on the EU server. I do not anticipate there being, like, overflow necessarily. I think the people who care are gonna be there. And that's probably not gonna total more than we can, like, handle. We should be fine. It's gonna be a little more awkward for North America, almost certainly, but yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited to be doing some of the work I signed up for. Instead of just whitelist applications. Which I will not call mind-numbing. They are fine. There's just a lot of them, and they seem to turn up the most often at odd hours. They are slightly inconvenient, which is worse than being annoying, I think. Like the Blorbo rule or whatever it's called, where it's like, yeah, no, the only thing worse than being evil to an audience is being annoying. Because people love evil, but annoying they hate. Hate with a passion. So if you want to make characters that people like, you do not have to make good characters. And if you want to make like a good character that people hate, you make them annoying. And even then, it's not like a certainty that you'll get people who don't like them, because some people, like, brat taming is a whole genre of, like, kink. So it's, you're not even gonna get 100% success with make them annoying to make people not like them. There is an entire kink subculture based around how much people like punishing annoying people. To the extent where it kind of goes in a circle and they're like, oh, annoying's kind of cute, actually. Like, they'll also fantasize about murdering the annoying character or whatever, but they're gonna do it in a kinky way. which means that they like the character. So even then. I've also had good success with making characters people like and then murdering them horribly. In order to make people dislike a second character because they murdered that first one horribly. See the fountain nymph Ophelia. The Magical Girls campaign has been in the back of my mind for a hot minute now. Oh, I haven't double-checked availability. Technically speaking, we have it scheduled for Wednesdays at 2 unless otherwise stated, right? But we've also had to cancel for the last, like, 3 weeks. To the point where it kind of feels like it's, you know, we're not doing it unless otherwise stated, because of, like, just some ongoing scheduling conflict stuff. Ami's partner is over from, like, Brazil or whatever. And that's pretty cool. And we have all conspired to be busy on Wednesday afternoons in order to ensure that Ami maximizes partner time. Because we're evil, actually. This is not the first time I have conspired to be busy during sessions because other people should not be turning up. Heart emoji. If you've ever been sick and insisted that you could push through it and I'm complaining about a headache for all of a sudden, this is almost certainly because I don't want you to push yourself. And I know damn well that pushing yourself does generally mean you're going to have a worse time with the game. You're sat here determined to ruin your own fun, and I'm trying to stop you. Which, you'd never believe how many people are determined to ruin their own fun. But it happens a lot. Granted, most of the time they don't realize it. Or they think they're doing it to preserve someone else's fun, but it's in such a way that it's, like, very blatantly, everyone will have a worse time if you try to do this. Hey, tropics. Ooh, autumnal tropics. This is gonna be a time. I'm sure we all remember autumnal tropics means explosives everywhere. So this'll be fun. Okay. Ooh, there's a red chest over there. So that's cool. Also, yeah, I mentioned this. I mentioned this the other day, but I have been transitioning a lot of my tabletop notes over to. God, sorry. I feel so goddamn stupid. I'm transitioning a lot of my notes for tabletop games over to Obsidian. Just kind of finally. I plan to. I might subscribe to their like cloud sync service. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, overall, I am just kind of I'm looking into moving my stuff over there because, like, in the end, I enjoy a lot of the features of the platform. I also enjoy my stuff not being used to train AIs, and I do have enough pocket money that I can kind of afford to do Obsidian Sync. Which is the main. I love the idea of hosting all my files locally, uh, but it gets a little difficult to do in practice when I need to like go on vacation or something and still have access to my files. Cold emailing a publishing company because they don't have a careers page on their site and their LinkedIn hasn't been active in years. God damn. I hope they come back to you with, "Oh no, we don't have any jobs available," because that is such a level of like, "No, we're not hiring anyone." And if you come back to me and they're like, "Yeah, we have no idea why people aren't applying," then I'm going to I'm gonna end up on the news. Like, we posted all of these job offers on this amazing site called bookjobs.pda or whatever. It's one of those, I would like you to be employed. I would like you to have jobs you like doing. Um, but also, for like moral reasons, I'm like, I hope they have no jobs available because otherwise this is fucking unacceptable. Otherwise, what you have described to me is so comically bad that they better not, like, need anyone. Situation where they have a 10-person team and no one's died or retired yet. Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly. Someone needs to take on an apprentice. They've been like looking through back channels to find somewhere they can hire a squire. Fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Where did I die again? It was not far from here. It had to be, like, just over here. No, it was a little further in than this. Yeah. There. It's over there. Well, fuck me. Yeah, you know, you go in and it's some fucking 10th century noble. Ah, yes, I've been seeking a squire. A fucking knight. Ah, yes, you can read, boy, can't you? Yes? Most people can read, you know that, right? Reading? Actually a super common skill these days. You know that, right? Fantastic work there, thank you. I at least finally... No, I didn't need my dignity. That's fine. This is the most rage-inducing time I have ever had in the tropics. Am I even in the, like, vaguely correct area? Is this where I threw the thing? I might be off. I totally am, aren't I? Anyway, squires or whatever. Whatever I was telling a joke about. Assume I finished my train of thought with the joke and it was hilarious. Assume I'm the funniest bitch alive. Yeah, no. Not getting along with the boom puffs today. I'm really not. Surprisingly, was getting along fine with the bees. In a way that I don't usually. That was a very easy time I had with the bees. The boom puffs are just out to get me. Okay, hold on, let me reorganize my inventory a little. Okay. So, my brain really likes it when everything is symmetrical, and will occasionally yell at me if it's not. Okay. I'm fine, by the way. In case you were worried, I'm fine. In case anyone was worried, I'm having a very good day. I'm excited about events later. I'm doing event coordinator stuff. It's my little bit of logistics that I get to do as a treat. I'm having a great day. And if the tropics would hear about that and conform to this, then I would really appreciate it. If the tropics would hear that I'm having a great day and be like, oh, sorry, didn't realize, let me make sure you keep having a great day, I would really appreciate that from the tropics. Thank you for your fucking attention to this matter. God. I can't believe I referenced how Trump rates his fucking Truth Social posts. Okay. I'm fine. I'm doing incredibly fine. I'm so normal, you guys. My depth perception's a little off, I think. Because I really thought this ledge went higher up. Because I was thinking, okay. At least I'm clever enough to pull that off. In case anyone was curious what was clever about that, I knew I was using up the last charge in my grapple there. So as I got to the point where I was using up the last of the thing, just for good measure. I may be about to die here. We'll see. Jam myself into this corner as much as I can. If I don't die, I threw a big lollipop off that ledge for no reason. If I do die, then I can use that big lollipop to get from my flag there back up to here, because I needed to use a different item to do that. Okay, there we go. Good. I'm fine. I'm not gonna groan my fucking throat ragged. I might be able to do that. Not with the stamina I have now, but... What's up here? No, not really any ledges. Okay. Unfortunately, the fact that I did survive up here does mean that I threw a big lollipop off a cliff for no reason. I hate this. It's too many boom pops. Oh. Sorry. I didn't move quite as fast as I thought I would. And I don't know if you noticed, but I spooked myself thinking I had just jumped off a cliff on accident. I don't know if you noticed from how my fucking mouse went, but, like... Thing is, this is going pretty poorly, but I am still, like, alive. It is still working, so I do need to keep going. Because clearly, even though it's going poorly, it is not going poorly enough for me to fail yet, so... I do unfortunately have to continue. I feel like I've expressed similar attitudes in therapy. Sadly, I have not yet died, so I do need to keep living. It's such an inconvenience for me. I do it for all of you, though. What would you guys do without your daily peak? I mean, no one turned up to the one yesterday? And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like this is only because, maybe someone was in a horrible accident? It's never too late till you're permadead. Exactly. But, you know, I'm very worried for my viewers because I think, maybe Digi's in the hospital or something because no one turned up to yesterday's live stream. I'm doing the... I'm guilting all of you. I jest. I did still have fun. I think I made it to the caldera? I don't remember. I might not have. But yeah, no, y'all need your daily dose of daily peak. Y'all need your daily peak dose and your daily soul dose. Otherwise, I know everyone on the stream, you die instantly. You just keel over. That's how it works. You become friends with me, and then you become hopelessly dependent on my optimistic energy and good vibes. Yeah, exactly. Pyrite gets it. Oh hey, the trees are normal here. That's honestly a little strange. Why are they not affected by the color change? Okay, Fairy Lantern's pretty good. Like, for my current situation, Fairy Lantern, pretty good. I am also going to wait until I start taking cold damage to light the fire. Because I am going to sit here for the remainder of the night, so I don't use up more fairy lantern than I have to. I'm just waiting for it. I will say, I had a great chat with Marcy the other day. About the name the Prospectors Guild, which I will say I chose largely on a whim. I chose it because I didn't want to do a miners guild, but I wanted to do mining things, and I was like, okay, what's the other tool that you use for mining? Prospecting pick. We're prospectors. We're the Prospectors Guild. Like that was what I went with. That was basically my train of thought. I came up with the name almost in the moment. But it is taken on, oh my. You love to see the magma in the distance. It's taken on a lot of additional meaning with how I have begun to like direct the guild though. Because prospecting is not necessarily just about mining, and it is not just about like doing specific kinds of like hyper-specific mining practices. To search for new prospects is to go on a hunt for better opportunities. And when you prospect, you go to places that are otherwise considered barren, or places that like most other people are like, I'm not going to go there. There's no resources or anything. There's no reason to be there. You find these places that no one else is willing to go to. You are the frontiersman, the explorer, and you are also the last to leave areas, because you are still looking for the next bit of hope there, you know? In my brain, it takes on an aspect of dedication to both people and place, of finding the good. And taking that knowledge, once you do find it, and giving it to everyone you are able to. It's like the metaphorical value which has been assigned to the Prospector's title in my head. To be a prospector with the Prospectors Guild is to look for the good in people, in places, in events, and not only find it for yourself, but attempt to bring it to other people. You know? In events, places, people, like, there is always value to be found, and the prospectors will find it, and they will ensure that everyone knows it is there. That's my, like, associations with the name. I think I had, like, a kind of memorable-ish quote that I put in here. To be a prospector is to bring light to the darkness, to seek good in all things, and share what you find with the world. You are the first to shine light on some of these places, the first boots to crunch the snow, and by the gods, you will not be the last. I really like it. I really like the vibes of it. Of being an organization dedicated to spreading civilization, spreading good, spreading light. And dedicating yourself in that sense to finding the best in things and making it known. Just solely for the benefit of the world. That's the, like, vibe I'm going for. And I'm happy to have had Marcy be like, hey, I'm reaching out because I see this, like, extra metaphorical value in this. Like, it's so good to have someone see my philosophizing. You know? Because I sit here and do this to an empty room. Like, I talk to myself noticeably. It's like fucking oil extraction, you know? I'd be doing this even if I wasn't streaming. I just like talking. Yeah, that energy drink is gone. But yeah. It's nice to have someone else turn up and engage with those ideas, because I really enjoy thinking about things, and I enjoy when other people see that I've been thinking about things and go, "Oh, you thought about that." It's a 10 out of 10 moment for me. Hey, how you doing, Max? It's nice to see you. I don't know why I started using baby voice there. Some part of the back of my brain sees the Max and is like, ah, yes, a small dog. Because I will say, I don't baby voice actual babies. Fun fact. I do my best to talk to babies like they are just small adults. Because generally speaking, kids understand more than you give them credit for. So you usually can, like, do that, and they, not only do they, like, really appreciate being talked to like a person, but it does help with their development quite a bit, and also help them see the bullshit of the other adults in their lives. It is nice to hear you too, Sol. Looks up with big teary eyes and waxed head. Okay. Sorry, I forgot that Max is literally a dog. I need to invite Max along to the next ferality or whatever. I need to take a Max with me to furry conventions. You would find so much community with the fucking dog convention. We need to send this man to PuppyCon. Keep back. Hell yeah. Alpine. Mesa is still my favorite between Alpine and Mesa, but I will say Alpine feels a little easier to survive temperature-wise because it does give you more temperature items than Mesa does. Like, it's still hard to go down from the cold in the Mesa. You're much more likely to eat it to, like, environmental damage than, temperature damage. Because the fucking cacti, man. Never step foot on a convention until you are sure you are safe and mentally prepared. Do not worry, Max. You will not set foot on it even if you are safe and prepared. Um, it is an entirely virtual furry convention. Furality. It is hosted on the platform VR Chat, and it is intended for VR, but you can just turn up without. You do not need to have a... It's a great way to meet people. Like, for instance, that's where I met Digi. Which I still need to contact Digi so we can, like, sit in a call sometime and I can, work out how to put avatars together. Because Digi has done, like, 0.2 more steps of that process than I have. And so it would be reassuring to have him around. Not to mention that it's just reassuring to have him around in general. Digi's great. Max. Did you not know? Aside from looking at Digi's profile picture on the community Discord, I get that you are not on my, like, individual community Discord. If you click on Digi's name on Twitch, it takes you to a Twitch channel wherein there is a neon green Foxman on your screen. Mother, let me pull up Digi's channel. Hold on, I've opened my, like, left display. Let me find... Where the fuck is Digi? There. There is Digi. I don't have anything incriminating up here, do I? There is a neon green wolf man in all of these photos. You are in the YouTube chat. This is true. I have wrongly waylaid you, and I apologize. But also, yes, Digi's very much a furry. All the best people are. Well, I say that. But technically speaking, a lot of them do not consider themselves to be people. Because you get a lot of Therians in the furry community for whatever reason. Can't imagine why. You also get a lot of people who are in adjacent communities, like fucking Objectum or whatever. So it's just like, I mean, technically I'm not a furry, I just kind of think microwaves are hot. It's like, okay, man, have fun. You will meet all of God's most transgenderist animals in the furry community. Well, shit. No, you can do it. You can do it. Okay. Woo! Yeah, everyone be transgender right now. I'm not asking. If you were not previously transgender, transgend. It's for the good of the commune. Fun fact, there are like fish and shit whose biology actually works that way. Transgend for the good of the commune is kind of how clownfish do it. Clownfish. Also, thank you for commenting on my save there. I am also very proud of it. You know, Blue Rush is a solid energy drink flavor, but it does feel a little bit like it's cutting up the inside of my throat. Or like accentuating cuts that are already there, you know? Like if you were pouring salt into a wound, but like very diluted. Blue Rush with the flavor blue. Basically, blue is a solid flavor though, so I'm not gonna complain. You know, aside from the bit where it does taste like it is aggravating wounds in my throat that I know are almost certainly not there. Unless it is, like, the torn microfibers from me, doing vocal warm-ups or whatever to improve the flexibility of my voice. Is that how that works? Vocal cords are like a muscle. So, like, when you work them, if you stress them to the edge of their limits, they would tear and then heal back stronger, right? Because that's how all muscles work. Is that how the vocal cords work? Is that how you can expand your range? Can I speedrun expanding my range by... Nope. Never mind. Sorry, I just realized the rest of that sentence would not be good for, my age restriction on this channel. Why is my throat already wounded? I don't know. I didn't think it was. I don't know, maybe it's all the large objects that I shove into my throat. Or, you know, all of the vocal shit I do. That could also be it. It is equally likely to be my propensity for shoving shit down my throat, and also my propensity for making silly voices that would cause the tiny wounds inside of my throat. What was I gonna say, Soul? I was thinking, I was going to make a joke about. Yes, I am aware. About could I speed run vocal development by doing intentional damage to that region of my body. I was not going to describe it in a polite way either, so. But, like, also sucking dick would be an alternate take with that joke, and it would probably be a better one. I don't know. If I'm gonna reinforce anything about myself, I would prefer it, I would prefer me being a whore to be the thing that I'm reinforcing. As opposed to, propensity for self-harm. So, you know. Now, I will say, I am in a very dangerous position here, because night is about to fall. I do not see any luggage nearby me. And even though we are by the top, I am very likely to have problems here. Because the cold damage only goes away during the day. And if I start taking it before night falls, then I will take a lethal amount of it. God damn it. So I need to get to that campfire now. That is, the stakes here are, I need to be there before that cold bar reaches, my thing. Because otherwise I'm dead. And looking at this, you might not think it's an awful, distance to try and cross, but buddy. Okay, hold on. I can prolong this. Because there's no way I'm getting up there in time. And getting up is always harder than getting down. Oh, you motherfuckers. Alright, well. No time to worry. Yes! Okay. Oh god, oh god, oh god. No! Let me move! Let me move a little bit! God damn it! I was about to eat the gnatberry. And I passed out. If I had fallen forward a little bit, I would be fine. If I had a little extra velocity, I would be fine. I did what I had to do. I did. There was no way I was getting to the campfire. I did need to touch that lava. Yeah. Maybe I could have eaten the gnat berry earlier, like when I first grabbed it. Uh, but there's not much I could have done there. That was a tough situation that the game put me in by putting those gnat berries right there. And the moment I fell unconscious, the gnat berry was out of my inventory again, which meant that it was filling up the remainder of my stamina bar until it didn't have any more stamina bar to fill up. So, unfortunate, but sadly, c'est la vie. Things happen. I would like to thank everybody who turned up to today's Daily Peak. I really appreciate your viewership, and I will see all of you guys next time. Bye.